Where am I?
It's all right, son. Don't panic. It's over.
I'm back? Where are the guests?
I invited them to go up to their rooms. They're resting. Don't worry.
Gregory?
You should have chosen your allies better, my son.
You mean you planned to get rid of him since the beginning?
For years, Louis. Come now. Would I really have risked everything at such a one-sided conference without having a trump card up my sleeve?
But what about the conference rules?
To hell with the rules. From now on, I'm only following my own rules. Things are going to change, you'll see. However, I expect you to stop your childish games and follow me. I gave you time to find your feet with Gregory, but things are going to get serious now, and I expect a little more loyalty from you.
What did you do to him?
I devoured his soul.
But I didn't see you use the Holy Lance.
Indeed not. I didn't need to. Can't you guess how I did it? The Lance of Longinus is just a vessel, Louis. It could have been any object that had the blood of Christ on it. The blood of an ancient, more precisely. But I didn't need the blood of an ancient. You see, I have been in dear Lord Mortimer's physical body for longer than my brother has been in Sir Gregory Holmes. Therefore, I am an ancient, Louis.
He was your brother. Why did you kill him? He never meant you any harm.
Oh, Louis, I am exhausted. Let's talk about this later.
No, tell me why now. I want to understand.
Stubborn as a mule. After centuries of trying to convince him, I assure you I had no other option than to do away with him. He would never have allowed me to depose our father. In the past, he had already opposed me, and sometimes very violently. He seemed to you like a man of peace, because you did not represent any danger to him. But I can assure you, he was not. With anything to do with our father, he would be merciless. In any case, what's done is done. I'm going to rest in the dining room. Join me there when you're ready. The time has come to end this little antisocial gathering.
The bastard. He planned to kill his own brother all along. I absolutely must stop him. Holmes told me to go to Elizabeth's room, that I'd find an ally there. I'd better go there straight away. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. Decorum guide. Two coils circle the lock.
Dear Gregory, thank you for the information. I've managed to find out about the names you gave me. George Washington is a man you can trust. In spite of his obvious talent for politics, he has remained upright and honest. On the other hand, as you may well know, he is already doing business with Lord Mortimer. It will be more difficult to approach him. Napoleon Bonaparte was unknown to me until today. He's a passionate young French soldier for whom Mortimer predicts a promising future. Take heed. He is a man of conviction, which to my mind makes him potentially dangerous. As for Louis de Richet, what more is there to say? You already know each other. She was apparently invited by Lord Mortimer, about an ongoing matter in Paris that concerns a receiver in stolen art. See you soon. Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
All right. I've retrieved everything. So I have to link into the ether. What does that mean? Right. Let's start by trying to clear my mind. I have to get rid of any ideas that might distract me. Right. Think about home. Come on, Louis, concentrate. Nothing's happening. That can't be right. Come on, Louis. You've already been there. Concentrate. Remember what you felt. Oh, there it is. I sense something. It's getting closer.
Who goes there?
Elizabeth? But I saw you're dead. You're not Elizabeth.
Who are you?
My name is Louis de Richet. With all due respect, would you be so kind as to tell me who I'm addressing, please?
I am the father of all, founder of our lineage, the great architect of the laws that govern us.
It's the father of Holm and Mortimer.
Why take on the appearance of Elizabeth Adams?
So, that is how you see me? Here, everything is mere make-believe. Your mind is working to give me an appearance that you can understand.
I thought Elizabeth was dead.
And she is. I am not Elizabeth Adams, but her fate matters not. Indeed, I sense a difference somewhere. An upheaval in the equilibrium of the ether.
Sir Gregory is well and truly dead.
No, that cannot be.
William used his own blood.
No, that is impossible. The wicked traitor. He waited to be in an older mortal coil than his brothers. What an abomination of our nature. I will make him pay for his arrogance 100-fold.
I'm here to find an ally. Would you?
Gregory brought you to me. Be glad you just found the very ally you were looking for.
I'm listening.
William has to pay for what he did. He had no right. No one must ever attack a member of one's own family. That is the law. If you don't want to be involved in all this, let me enter your mind. When the time comes, I will just step in.
You mean like with Elizabeth?
Elizabeth was not part of our family. She didn't get any choice.
But you can't say it worked out well for her. What's to say that once inside he won't stay there?
If I ask my children to respect the rules, then I must do so as well. So, do you accept my proposal?
Very well, I accept.
Good. Pursue your your goal now. When the time comes, I will take care of William.
My head! Oh, it hurts like hell! Oh! I hope I made the right choice.
What are you doing?
Oh, Monsieur Volner asked me to prepare his belongings in anticipation of his imminent departure, sir.
His departure? So quickly?
Oh, yes, he seemed to be in rather a hurry.
Ah, very well. Would you know where I might bump into him one last time?
Ah, if sir would like to say goodbye, sir will find him in his room.
Thank you. Johann,
Louis, I haven't the time.
what are you doing?
I'm getting out of here, what do you think? And going as far away as possible. Sir Gregory is dead. And in case you haven't grasped it yet, I am no longer safe here. If you value your life, you had better do the same.
Hey, wait a
No,
second. What do you...
no, I haven't time. Good luck in the future.
Louis. There's something I'd like to understand before we go any further.
What is it that you'd like to know?
First, know that you are not responsible for your father's errors. However, you must answer for your own actions.
Uh-oh. I better tell him what he wants to know.
Tell me, Louis, what is your share of responsibility in all this?
Look, I'm not the one responsible for this chaos. I decided to follow your son, Gregory.
That is true. When you got wind of William's plans about the conference, did you tell Gregory?
Yes, of course. As soon as we left the conference room.
You were right to do so. So then, what did you do to thwart William?
When William asked me to enter Piaggi's mind in order to send a false letter to the Pope to discredit Gregory, I didn't do it. Without telling William, I wrote a very different letter instead.
I see. Congratulations. You did dare to take a few risks. We are almost done here, Louis. Tell me, in your opinion, what should I do with William?
You may as well do to him what he did to Gregory.
That would end his existence, once and for all.
He deserves it.
Are you sure?
think you should bury him alive. For an eternal being, I think that punishment would be fitting, because according to the family rules, we're not allowed to kill a family member.
I certainly agree with you on that point. He deserves no less. I see you have understood. I believe you have earned a place in our family. I cannot wait to introduce you to the others. But first of all, William must pay for everything he has done. Let's go, now. It's time to get this over and done with.
William! Gregory should never have trusted you. I knew he shouldn't have come here. You evil little cockroach.
No, Father, wait.
It's over, my son. You've gone too far this time.
Oh, Father, by the way, I have a little surprise for you.
Now what have you done?
Let me introduce you to my new servants. You know, I have studied our talents closely, and as you see, they
Do you really think that mutilating your servants so that they can't hear is going to save you?
Well, I admit that was the idea.
You are pathetic. On your knees.
I can feel you entering.
Your ego has always been your weakness, my son. You are your worst enemy. When will you understand that no lock is impenetrable?
No!
If you're the only one who can master them, all I need to do is master you.
Stop! No!
You gambled. You lost.
Look, Louis. Look at him. You were wise to follow my son Gregory. You made the right choice.
You broke the most important of our family rules, William. The one that gives meaning to all the others. Thou shalt not kill. Never, ever kill a member of our family.
What's going to happen to him?
He will be buried alive. But don't worry about that. It is over. Everything that belonged to him is yours now. And I am proud to welcome you among us.
Thank you.
You deserve to join us, Louis. You have great potential and many things to learn. Come to me.
I'm coming.
Von Vollmer tightened his political and spiritual grip on King Frederick William. On the death of the king in 1797, Johann retired with his wife to his country estate in order to continue his work on his theological and alchemical thesis. Manuel Godoy's close relationship with Napoleon enabled him to claim a part of Portugal, as well as the protection of France upon the fall of the kingdom. He died in the company of his beloved mistress Pepita after recovering all his titles and properties. Napoleon Bonaparte continued his political and military rise until his self-proclamation as emperor. His excessive ambition would cost the lives of 1,700,000 Frenchmen and leave France poorer and weaker than ever before. Deported and imprisoned by the British on St. Helena Island, he died on the 5th of May, 1821, as an exile to general indifference. During his second term, George Washington had to deal with a number of rebellions. He enraged public opinion by building close diplomatic links with Great Britain, which forced him to give up a third term in office. He retired to his country estate until his death, without being able to implement the annexation of the highly coveted Louisiana Territory. The Duchess enabling Great Britain to build closer ties with the United States on both political and commercial fronts was her last diplomatic feat. She gradually withdrew from the English court and had to retire to the country, supported by her ever-present friend, the author Jane Austen. They say that the Duchess inspired her novel Emma, which became a bestseller in the year 1816. His Eminence Piaggi paid dearly for disobeying His Holiness over his vote at the conference. It was consequently decided to withdraw him from diplomatic and political decision-making within the Papal States. It was rumored that his great age got the better of him, and he was sent to end his days in a Tuscan monastery, where he died 2 years later. Nothing more was ever heard of Lord Mortimer. His sudden disappearance was a topic of conversation in the European courts, but only for a few months.